Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Cracked Open Podcast. I am your host, Goddess Telly, and today is July the 10th, 2026. Today is Friday, ruled by Venus, the planet of love, the planet of relationships, the planet of beauty, values, and self-worth. Around here, we always say nothing works without love. At least that's what I say. Nothing works without love. Not your business, not your healing, not your friendships, not your purpose. Nothing works without love. Happy Friday. Happy Love Day. Before I get started, I'm going to get into just the number of the day. It is July the 10th, 2026, which breaks down to a 27, then breaks down to a 9. 9 is all about pushing. 9 is all about release, completion, forgiveness, closing chapters, making space for what's next. So if you've been emotional lately, I have. If you've been crying lately, I have. If you've been feeling like life has been squeezing you, maybe it's not because you're falling apart, Telly. Maybe it's because life is asking you, what are you finally ready to put down? Now let's get into the card of the day. Our first card comes from the Spiritual AF deck, and it says sometimes crushing it means asking for help. Sometimes crushing it means asking for help. Only fools, only suckers think that they can do it all on their own. Ask for help and then take the help. Let other people be a part of your success. Do not be stingy about letting people share in whatever kick-assery you create. Every real baller, every real player, every real G, every real god, every real goddess, every real baller has a crew. Also remember, you don't know everything, and that's a fact. And if I'm being honest, that's been one of my biggest lessons lately. I've spent so much time trying to carry everything myself, trying to solve everybody else's problem, trying to solve every problem, trying to make everything happen. But today I can finally say something that I don't think I've always wanted to admit. I need help. And you know what? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Our second card is Goddess Kemet. At first I got into a little tizzy when I pulled this card, but then it's okay. Like, Goddess Kemet popped up, the goddess of healing, the goddess of strength, the goddess of transformation. Her declaration says, it is safe to put yourself first. It is safe to put yourself first. Her number is 15, which reduces to a 6. Her message is heal thyself. Everybody gets your best, except for you. You are a healer among your tribe. Stop putting your needs last. The embodiment of this card. When did you decide to be a martyr? Take a breath. Wounded healers hold sadness, rage, and fear of brokenness. Being a warrior wasn't a choice for our beloved foremothers. They did the best they could. But being a goddess warrior for us is knowing that we have the choice to not fight all the time. So the question that I have for you, what are your swords, the weapons that you fight? What are your shields, the ways you defend yourself? Dare to lay the burdens down along with your swords and your shields. This goddess declaration is, it is safe to put myself first. Whew. The question is very, very powerful. What are your swords? What are the weapons you've been using just to survive? When I thought about that question for me, I realized my swords aren't necessarily anger. My swords are over explaining myself. My swords are trying to prove my intentions. My swords are feeling like I have to convince people that my heart is in the right place. Trying to fix everything is one of my swords. Taking responsibility for things that don't even belong to me is one of my swords. Those are the weapons I've learned to survive with. And then to take it a step further, since those are my swords, y'all ready for my shields? What are your shields? My shields. What are your shields? Your shields are, what are the things that you use to protect yourself? And for me, because I can only speak for me, I shut down. I get quiet. I sometimes cry by myself. I have many anxiety attacks. Sometimes I defend everybody else before I defend myself. Sometimes I stay busy because if I'm useful, maybe people won't question my value. That one hit me hard. Like that question, I'm like, I gotta answer it. Cause I gotta answer these questions too. Like, as much as I say the question ain't, the answer ain't for me, it's for you. So in case you need help with your answers, here I am. Hashtag I'll go first. Because what are your shields? That one that really hit me the most, staying busy just so I'm making sure I'm feeling useful, so maybe people won't question my value. That one, when that answer came to me, I said, holy moly donut shop, right? Because lately listen, this is the Cracked Open podcast, right? Lately, I've caught myself explaining everything I've done. Whether it's, making flyers, making songs for people, promoting businesses, I know that I attract people because I am the vibe. I see it, I want it type energy. I will shout you out. I will bring people in. I will promote your business. I will make the flyer. I will do the things. Like, it's almost like I was presenting evidence instead of simply allowing my work to speak for itself. And for me, that's exhausting. Like, I've had some really hard days recently. There were misunderstandings. There were moments where I felt hurt. Moments where I felt misunderstood. Moments where trust felt questioned. And while I understand misunderstandings happen, right? I also had to ask myself, why do I feel like I have to prove my heart? It's on some, every day I gotta prove my love. No, the freak, you don't. Why do I feel like I have to prove my heart? That is something that I released today. because today's number is a 9, okay? Did we forget? Sorry, I had a customer come in. Where was I, y'all? Hold on. Because I gotta think. Was I talking about the number? Was we on the 9? Yeah, 9 says release it. Lay it down. Stop carrying what no longer belongs to you. One thing I had to realize, and I'm wrapping it up, I think. One thing I had to realize about myself is this. If you tell me what the assignment is, I'll give it everything that I've got. I'm creative, but I also like clarity. I don't mind doing the work. I'm a Life Path 4 for crying out loud, you know? I don't mind doing the work until I mind doing the work, right? I just want to know what success looks like so I can execute it with excellence. Because I am a Virgo, right? I love executing shit. Flawless victory. You understand? And maybe that I had to realize, like, maybe that's not my weakness. And it's not a weakness. Maybe that's one of my biggest strengths. Finish them. You understand? Maybe that's one of my biggest strengths. Sometimes, I love turning negatives into a positives. Yep. Expansion. I love turning negatives into positives. Something else came to me today. I've been saying over and over that increase is coming. And I believe that increase is coming. But increase also requires capacity. If my hands are full of proving myself, every day I gotta prove my love. If my hands are full of proving myself, how can I receive what's trying to reach me? If my mind is full of explaining myself, how will I hear opportunity knocking at my door? How will I hear opportunity knocking at my door? So maybe today isn't about working harder. Maybe today is about just clearing out, chicken noodle soup in it, making room for peace, making room for support, making room for abundance, making room for love. Because before I wrap this up, Miss Bridget, I want to send a huge shout out to Miss Bridget Pettis. Her memoir, Journey to Freedom, is scheduled to be released on July the 23rd. And I truly believe this book is going to bless so many people. I had the opportunity to read part of it. I had a little teaser. And I'm telling y'all now. Y'all have heard it here first on the Cracked Open podcast. I know that this is going to be a bestseller. I'm speaking that over her journey today. If you're in Arizona, stop by First Class Boutique, 8900 North Central Avenue, Suite 102. We are open Wednesday through Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. with extended hours when needed. Come grab some tea, come say hello, come support the boutique, and ask us how you can get entered to win upcoming Phoenix Mercury tickets. We're also looking to grow our community. If you're a creator, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are an investor or someone with a product that you believe in, come introduce yourself. We believe in collaboration and we love to see what you're building. And before I leave you today, I want you to carry this affirmation with you, okay? I release the need to prove my heart. My work will speak for itself. I ask for help without shame. I receive support without guilt. It is safe to put myself first. My increase has room to find me because I am making room for my increase. Listen, guys, remember, healing doesn't always look like getting stronger, okay? Healing does not always look like getting stronger. Sometimes healing looks like finally putting your swords down. Until next time, keep healing, keep growing, and as always, from bitter to better, crack yourself open. Hope, please.